ndị ba ekelekwanụ m unu. Anyị sị ka ọ mara na anyị na mma. Anyị sị ka nkonye chikwedo ya zerụkwa dịka o si dị ya bụ Eastern News 24. Anyị si wee na-wetara onye bụ ozi unu na-anụ n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uruchi nke taa dịka o si ada wee na-akpọtụ n'ebe dị iche iche n'obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya. News anyị wetara n'ụbọchị nke taa bụ according to the Biafran activist wetara ya bụ ozi as he quote, Biafrans petition Finland again to International Court of Justice as Fulani begs Britain. Finland reportedly Simon Ekpa release will divide Nigerian export oil gas in southeast. Hear the news in details. All right, according to update Ajimakia Webiano Uruchino Bosinketa, because if our great brother, one of the Biafran activists, home base, with the Rayabozi, because go get into with the Lino Bosinketa, Diki Gesia, drop what I feature within your own opinion. Over to you, sir.
Do you actually think this is possible?
No, it is not possible. Ekpa is a wonderful boy, is doing well, and the only person that matched Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's position in the southeastern Nigeria is Simon Ekpa Njoko. He actually outsmarted others. Others actually deviated from following the real Biafra ideology. How did they fail? Raf Wazulike collected bribe from the Fulani Janjaweed, more than $10 million. What about the Uchemefo sold out, a fluke and a joke? He could not match that position of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you want to take the position, you should deny your flesh and become someone that is a God chaser. You will be following God and God will be giving you the direction. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a prophet. He's a Nostradamus of our time who actually predicted all the anomalies, political anomalies going on presently in Nigeria. Let us just throw in retrospect the death of the former Nigerian president, Muhammad Buhari, who died on February, March 2017. Kanu actually wrote that script and was telling us that the people that would act it are the Fulanis in no distant time. And this is it. It is happening. 2 years barely after the old administration, we start hearing moro, humbling, grumbling, murmuring, Magrabom, trying to humble Nigerians into believing that Buhari died. It's a lie. We've seen it after 2 years as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu actually predicted. We saw the same person lying in state with oxygen device on his nose. The same that has been floated on social media is same thing that we are witnessing today. It is not a fake picture. It is a reality. They don't know how to duplicate it again. It is a reality. When you said fake picture, it means you are saying it's not Buhari. No, it's Buhari now. The former Buhari is it. But they just didn't know that someone has thrown it on social media before. They forced Buhari. That's why they have failed themselves. They actually, loaded guns and shot themselves on the field.
Violating Nnamdi Kanu international constitution and protection law. That this is against the law of the land, that Nnamdi Kanu should be set free, that him doing this is not good. What is your take as goes?
See, let me tell you, Nigerian government, Tinubu and his military forces, both police, both customs, immigration and soldier, have been violating Nigerians over the years. We don't have say here. Judiciary doesn't have say in this part of the world. You can see that it is the office of Buhari that is detecting to judiciary, the court, Omotocho, and so on and so forth, what to do. They are not on their own. Judiciary, Nigerian judiciary is not on their own. Tinubu is the Attorney General of the Federation. Tinubu is the NNPC, minister. No, he is petroleum minister. Tinubu's office controls everywhere. Local government, state government, federal government, every federal agencies are under him. That is the kind of monkey, apes, and baboon democracy we are practicing in Nigeria. I wonder why the Kenya justice, is quite very, not happy and, concentrating on what to do next. Because if he eyes Nigeria, he's going to get it wrong. We don't have a country here. What we have is a zoo. It's a Federal Republic of Zoo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it. The whole Nigerians are actually seeing that Nigeria is a zoo. We don't have democracy here. What we have is Federal Republic of Zoo, a country whereby the political leaders have turned all the subjects, I mean Nigerians, the citizens, into animals, because they don't believe that they are human beings. They believe that they are gods. They are gods over their family, over their children, not over someone like me. Look at Omotocho now, enjoying his holiday. His holidays with his family. Someone that is innocent is languishing in jail. Look at Tojibelo, the bandit, the killer, that is perpetrating all manners of terrorist activities in the northern Nigeria, north, northwest, northeast. He's enjoying himself there in the bush, in the town, in his communities. Anytime they are celebrating this Eid, Tojibelo should go out and celebrate with his communities. While Nnamdi, an innocent man, is languishing in jail. That is the kind of president Nigeria is having right now. Tinubu himself, he didn't go to school. He's a businessman. He's a man that has been making money all his life. So he's an influencer. And as a result of too much opulence, he doesn't consider human rights, morality, and the other, lives. So what I mean is that this Kenyan man should know. Has the man not been going through social media to find out that we don't have democracy here? What we have is kleptocracy. Nepotocracy is what Nigerians has been seeing, witnessing since 1999. Even if you ask me, I will tell that Obasanjo and Jonathan regime, they are a bit fairer than this current administration. Tinubu is nobody. Tinubu is just nobody. He's not well tutored. Father zero, mother zero. Nobody could even trace the school he went on. From primary school to secondary school, university. Nobody could ever trace it. He just carried all manners of Lagos boys, Agboro, all around him, tormenting and oppressing Igbo man. And I have this thing to tell you guys on social media. Tinubu has done enough to postpone Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release to October. And if you ask him, he will tell you it's the law. It is no law. That is baboon, kind of large monkey's law. The laws that they actually had in Europe during the time of Animal Farm by George Orwell. See, let me tell you, Omotocho Judiciary, Omotocho Court, led judgment is just monkey and ape own. I'm telling you, it doesn't want international applause. Nobody could actually say he has done well. No, he is a Yoruba justice. He is Tinubu's justice. He is Nigerian kind of justice. It's not a kind of justice or son that everybody will see as a good, competent legal luminary. The man will just go at the backyard and he will keep on this their tribalistic, way of doing things. I know him as an ethnicized man. Tinubu is an ethnicized, highly tribalized man with Fachola, his contemporary, that actually gave the Igbos money and deported all of them and dropped them at Onitsha Head Bridge. So these are the kind of breeds of politicians we have in the Southwest. And I'm telling you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be set free. Failure to do so, Biafra is going. Nobody is negotiating Biafra. Negotiate with Tinubu for what?
Okay.
Kanu is not going to negotiate with anybody.
Okay, but Justice Omotosho, we know when he started this case, he was saying that this case has stayed too long, that it's over 10 years, and he was, saying it like that he wants to hasten up, to get to finally put this case to an end.
Pretense and pretense. He's not saying it from the heart.
But do you not think that he has been they've changed his mind, like the likes of Wike?
Even if he changes his mind, it's not new to Nigerian politics. Nigerian politicians are unstable. They are chameleonic. And Omotocho now, who Omotocho is. So if Omotocho was saying something in the past, Igbo man should have understood the direction where Omotocho was going. He is subjected to change as an afonja. I don't know what I understand. So he has compromised. And when he was making all this statement, I was laughing because I know he's going to, at the end of the day, compromise. And he has actually compromised. So what are we saying here is that Kenya government is going to invite ICC, at least to invite this government. Some representatives should go to ICC if they have actually violated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Igbo people in the southeastern Nigeria. They should be held responsible. So there's no need of painting, covering what is golden, as if it is black. No, gold should be gold. Justice should be justice. Truth should be the truth. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has never violated any Nigerian constitution. The people that abuse is stealing our money today. This current government, they have stolen enough billions, billion, are judging the innocent. So that's why God is going to judge all of them. Tinubu and his led government, all of them that are taking part in this current administration, they are all heading to God's punishment and penalties. Penalties of various degrees. I wait all of them. I don't care. Nobody's going to negotiate Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not negotiate. Iginla as a pastor. Negotiation you are talking about is for you. Kanu is not negotiating with anybody. We don't negotiate Biafra. Kanu has not violated anybody.
Okay. I have not violated. Okay, but do you not think at time African as a continent form their own ICC? If the ICC and the UN are not willing to take major action against Nigeria, do you not think it's at time the African as a continent
yeah, that ICC has branches in Africa. They are just a branch of United Nations organization. Of course, various African states or nations are members of UNO that commenced from 1945 till date. So no need of having ICC for Africa, but they should have ICC for Africa office headquarters that will be taking care of the entire continent, because it seems that the one in Brussels is not doing enough. The white skin is not considering issues when it happens to the black. That's why we are saying of bringing a very strong, solid headquarters branch of ICC in Africa, so that our problem should be taken care of immediately, not when it is dragging to 10 to 20 years that people may have died. That is when ICC should come. No, we need headquarters here, working one, very, very objective one, the one that should be very, very active with good objectivities, should be situated in Africa, so that anytime there is an issue, they will rush and take care. If you look at the way ICC is handling issues in Africa, you will find out that when it has, gotten too late, like look at what happened to Abacha, Abacha of Sudan, the Sudanese government that run the government of that country for something years, after annihilating millions with stringent laws and the policy in Sudan. ICC had to boggle him back to Brussels, and by then many people may have died. Many millions died. And then you see that for people, they have been killing that for the southern Sudan and reduce their population. And so that's it. And if we have a very strong headquarters of ICC and affiliation of International Criminal Court in Addis Ababa, Southern Africa, or in Nigeria, any good country in Africa, I think they are going to take care of what African leaders are doing to Africans. And again, let me tell you, there are many factors militating, situating or building, international ICC, establishment in Africa here. Ask me why. The real leaders in Africa are the reasons for situating ICC on the continent of Africa, which of course, they won't allow it to be. Do you think that Tinubu will allow ICC to be situated in Lagos? No, because he has messed up international law, local law, and he's doing as he likes. He is busy embezzling Nigerian public funds, so he wouldn't allow anything like ICC affiliation be situated anywhere in West Africa, East Africa, Southern Africa, or Central Africa. These are the leaders we have in Africa. They are all monstrous, politicians. They won't allow, ICC to be situated here, because actually, if it does, it means they have failed with their, white supremacists from Europe that are conniving with them, stealing African commonwealths from Africans. So situating ICC here, I see it as a mountainous project, an icon project that could never be possible. Who are the people that will allow that? The same political leaders who are thieves, stealing our money into Europe. And who could allow that? The Europeans. And that the Europeans are benefiting from our natural resources that are stealing with all these politicians, positioned and presented by them to win elections. After being European observers, American observers, they allow someone that will favor them to take over the affair of government. So I don't see it coming. It has failed. ICC, I don't think will ever be here. But what am I trying to say here? All I know is that come what may, Africans should stand up. Like what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing. The whole Africa should congregate together. I mean, every Pan-Africanist. We will all congregate together as human rights activists to fight all these monstrous politicians across Africa. They are the reason why African economy has been down in shambles for over decades. Africa as a continent is not moving forward at all because of neocolonialism. They are all dancing to the costumes of our former colonialists, at least to keep on stealing, plundering, plundering our economy. That is their own, utmost aims.
Okay, but do you not think if the Justice Winter finally take Nigeria to ICC over this, Nnamdi Kanu's, ordeal, do you not think it will destroy the relationship between Nigeria and Kenya?
No. It won't. It won't. No. Kenya is running a kleptocratic system of government, and recently you were seeing how they have fought with Uhuru, and when Uhuru was edged out by Ruto, they fought Ruto with all their resources because Ruto administration is more or less Tinubu administration. None of them is doing Africans well. The whole policy of government of Africa this time around are cornered, to the private, let me say, hands. I mean, the political elites, the stakeholders in every country, they are the one in charge, and they favor themselves. Don't you see that it won't happen, it won't cause any problem, because Ruto knows exactly what Buhari wants, and Buhari actually know exactly what Ruto wants, and then again Tinubu himself is among them all. So it is not going to work, because they are all bed of same feathers. They will never like better atmosphere, better government, for Africans. I don't see it, happening. Kenya and Nigeria, they are not going to misunderstand themselves. Both countries are guilty of human rights violation in, at high volume. So both countries, they are all guilty. They are not going to fight themselves.
Have that Femi Adesina, who was at the time the media special advisor on media and publicity to the then President Muhammad Buhari from 2015 to 2023. And on the launch of one of his books, he made a very worrying statement. In his book titled Reflections of Special Advisor Media and Publicity 2015 to 2023, which was recently launched in Abuja, Adesina said that Buhari chose to spare Kanu's life when his government could have buyed him. The secessionist leader has been agitating for the separate state of Biafra. According to the former presidential aide, Buhari disclosed this during a meeting he had with a delegation of some Igbo elders who had pleaded for the release of Kanu following his extraordinary rendition and detention in custody of the Department of State Service (DSS) in Abuja. He stated that in the past 6 years, I have deployed a system in which I don't interfere with the judiciary. Adesina quoted Buhari as saying, "That was why, in the case of Kanu, I said the best was to subject him to the system. Let him make his case in court instead of giving a terrible impression of the country from outside. I feel it is a favor to give him that opportunity. Government could have mobilized to buy him where he was, but we did not do that." So this is clearly stating that the Nigerian government at the time where Buhari was still the president, at that material time, they were thinking of buying Nnamdi Kanu, but on a second thought, they decided not to buy him. But let me tell you that whatever be the case, that their plan was to ensure that top commanders of ESN at the time were buyed, because they knew that there are crazy commanders that can do and undo. And the thought of Ikonso as the number one target, even before he was renditioned. And so they now decided that let us take time. Let us not just buy him. Let us take time and, one after the other, buy all these commanders. Then we have that leverage to now do what we want to do. Because they knew that Nnamdi Kanu has given a standing order. Uno chom, una fulom. Uno chom, una fulom. Munyenu zuoko. It was a standing order. And so they felt like it is necessary for us to get these problems out of the way before we can now do whatever we want to do with this man. And they tried to do that. They tried to do that with the help of DOS. They tried to do that. They were penetrating camps one after the other. They were buying commanders one after the other. The strong commanders, they were trying to buy them one after the other. Until Simon Ekpa noticed all this and began to create a safe haven for them and began to, refine them, began to create another, alternative for them where they could be in a safe place without their information being known to the public. Simon Ekpa procured sticks and granite for them to ensure that they protect themselves very well. He procured sticks and granates for them. He did so much fundraising. He generated funds and procured many things for them for their own security, to ensure that they are okay, they are well fed, and they have that confidence and boost to defend their land. But what do these people in the DOS do? They continue to blackmail. They continue to blackmail. They continue to blackmail. They continue to divulge the informations, the secret informations of these commanders to their enemies.
Na Eastern News 24 beba isi were wetara nya bụ nnukwu ozi gbasata maka ya bife na-emenụ ka efi were ikwu gbasata maka ya bife ndị wetara n'ụbọchị nketa n'iru akwụkwọ ka emesịa